red, blue, purple light. Friends, red, blue, purple light. Friends, facts, red, blue, purple light. Friends, red and blue, purple light. Friends, facts, you can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road, you better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah, we gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts, we in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts, peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light. To the family. Peace, love and light. To the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Third Eye Thursdays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar, in the building. Let me know how we sounding on the audio. Yeah. Let me know how we sounding on the audio. Yes, indeed. Indeed, indeed. That's right. You said that yeah, that song, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gods and goddesses, song that you just heard right there, that is the Facts remix, exclusively from the 44 Tops, all right? From the 44 Tops. And that song is available right now. The link is in a bio, okay? The link is in a bio. The link is in the description. You could go and get the single, only 99 cents. The album is on the way, okay? And then the world tour will follow that. The world tour will kick off in 2036. But right now, we got the 44 Tops EP. It's on the way. Please be very patient, all right? We in the lab cooking up. You know what I'm talking about? In the meantime, between time, the 48 Pillars of Power featuring Red and Blue, that is available. Hard copy, okay, for the CDs and the boom boxes and whatnot. We got you on the 31st of August, ladies and gentlemen, on the 31st of August, which is in a few days, all right? We are going to be doing the first annual Double Dutch Day, all right, in front of Wadada's. We're turning the West End into a block party, all right? We're going to be in the parking lot of Wadada. We're turning that into a block party that is going to be lit. DJs, food, kid-friendly, breakdancing, double dutching, working out, pull-up bars, you name it. We're going to be celebrating the end of the summer. You feel me? The end of the summer and the beginning of something new. We're going to be turned up. Okay? We're going to be turned up. Somebody said the sound is kind of low. Let me turn up the mic. Yeah. Baby maker, if you do it right. Ha! What are you talking about? Is this baby making music right here? Wait a minute. Did we just hit a lick with the Facts remix? Did we make a baby making song? Are you serious? Like, let me know. Let me know. Oh yeah, and the master teachers, the merchandise, the dripping tin, that is back in stock. All right, we have sold out briefly. The drip is back in stock. The master teachers, that is also available in the link in the bio. Okay, so knock yourself out. You dig? Knock yourself out. Have fun. Make sure you get your drip on. That's very important moving forward. So yes, you could see the baby making in that. Oh man, that's crazy. I didn't even look at it like that. I thought it was just something to ride around and reminisce. You feel me? Just to reminisce on. But yeah, I mean, theoretically speaking, the song like that, it'll get two people close to one another. You know what I mean? Fellas, you can ask the lady on the dance floor and get real close up on her when you doing when you doing the two step to the Facts remix. And yeah, that might set the mood there. That might set the mood there, But we working on more songs, and it's sounding great. It is sounding great, and yeah, I'm definitely excited about that. I'm enthusiastic about what's to come. But yes, the Double Dutch Day, the Double Dutch Day. Shout out to all of my Double Dutch dancers, my Double Dutchers. My sister Nakiba, she's older than me in blue. She used to be very, very proficient in the art of Double Dutch back in the days. I remember being in Harlem, being a young jit and seeing my sister and them do their thing with the Double Dutch. You know what I'm saying? And it's real when they just start moving and it's like it goes into like a sixth gear. If does anybody know what I'm talking about? Like when the Double Dutch starts hitting a certain gear and it's no longer jumping, they just like basically walking and shit. You feel me? And then the rope kind of like disappears. Yeah, I'm there for that. That's what I show up for shit like that. you know and this is also about allowing our sisters to tap into their childhood. you know it's going to allow all of us to literally tap into our childhood, you know what I mean, because it brings back wild good memories for me. It brings back some very good memories for me. I don't know about everybody, but it works for me, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna look forward to doing the damn thing with the fam on the 31st. All right. And it's very important as well that we do it with our sister from Wadata, because we have to support her. Okay. Her and her family. She got 5 children, I believe, and she's done monumental things in this community in Atlanta. Y'all might not be familiar with her around the world because she's not on the internet like that, but I'm here to let you know. I'm here to let you know and take it from me. She is a entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur. Ever since I've known her, she's had a storefront. She's had a brick and mortar. And coming from New York, there's a lot of people in New York that got brick and mortars too. They do their thing and whatnot. So we are we respect people who are store owners and who holds it down. And she's always had a shelf available for our products. She's always been very personable with me and Blue and whatnot. And I have a special place in my heart for that lady and her children. I watched them grow up, and I'm there for them, what I'm saying. And she went through an unfortunate attack in the beginning of the summer. Somebody tried to take her life. I don't know the specifics of the story. I'm not even going to put my nose into everything. All I know is I got out there and I stood up for the sister, and I let it be known that when we do find out the specifics behind it, it's gonna be a problem. You feel me? It's gonna be a problem. And we standing on that. So to show up on the 31st. We're going to be supporting not only her, but we're going to be supporting the whole West End. And we also going to be supporting women out there who, have been victims of violence. You know what I'm talking about? And we're going to have more conversations on the 31st. You know what I mean? We'll probably have a follow-up conversations, you know, and we'll just leave it at that, you know what I'm saying? But at this point in the game, it's about celebrating her and her victory for not succumbing to her injuries, and the fact that she is going to bounce back and be even more triple successful than she was before she went through her incident. Okay. So that's how we gonna set it up. And yeah, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They had the Central Park Five at the convention. Didn't they have Al Sharpton there too? Didn't they have Al Sharpton there too? Crazy. Kamala assessed the nomination the same time. Yeah. Shout out to Kamala. I ain't gonna hold you. I did a shirt today because InvestFest is this strong, and I did a Kamala merch shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's only business. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they had Olivia. I seen Olivia Pope. They not hiding nothing. They not hiding nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer what the hell. They had the fake president and Olivia Pope up in this bitch. They was there a few days rocking out. And they doing mad spirit cooking. This is the Negro Negroes is on the front page, man. It's this. They put the Negroes to the front of the line. You don't. Y'all must have been doing. Negroes must have been doing real good because Santa Claus looked out for y'all this year. They made you front and center. Negroes with no policy. How about that? How about they put Negroes front and center and ain't roll out near policy for Negroes yet? That's interesting. And that is telling of where the people are in regards to just the all it's they know it's a joke. They could roll out Little John, they could roll out Meg the Stallion, they could roll out all of the fake celebrities. I'm talking about D-listers. They're not even hitting niggas with the A-listers. You know what I'm talking about? They hitting you with the D-listers. And we falling for it. Niggas is falling for it. But I said before, and I'll say it again, we keep the politics to a certain degree on this page. I'm not gonna make this super duper political because we know it's all theater. Oh yeah, before I forget, real quick. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow at 640 Evans Street, YG Urban Cafe. Okay. We have High Level Cypher. All right. Where we bringing out our lyricists, our MCs, our wordsmiths. 7 p.m. to 11, 640 Evans Street. We want anybody who got bars to pull up. High Level Cypher. All right. Pull up is showcase. We're going to be highlighting the artists that are in our community that got bars, that are rappers. You might be from out of town visiting because you have things to do in the A and whatnot, but we're letting you know we have a stage waiting for you. So pull up tomorrow to 640 Evans Street, right there in the West End, and we got you. Okay? We got you. But god damn it, yeah, this whole convention thing, man, like they didn't let nobody from Palestine get up there and talk. They outside, tackling all of the anti-war protesters and shit like that. They got Cornel West. He outside with the protesters trying to get a little bit of camera time. It's a shit show. You know what I'm saying? It's a shit show, bro. You know what I mean? It's a shit show. Bill Clinton was up there acting like his hands is clean. Like he don't like he never was getting Toppington or Neckington in the goddamn Oval Office. He getting up there acting like he holier than thou and type shit, looking old as dirt. Hillary Clinton was up there, doing her evil witch shit. Barry and Michael, Michelle was up there doing what they do, doing what they do. The Obamas is like the Carters of politics type shit. They on some they like the Carters, like the car. You know what I mean? Like when Jay-Z and Beyonce come through, shit just shut down. Like these niggas is rock stars. You feel me? Barack and Michelle, they might as well pull up on motorcycles, on Harleys and whatnot. They on a rock star shit. You know what I'm talking about? They running the game though. I could tell. I could read body language. I could read body. Who's running the show? Barack and Michelle. They're running shit. They're definitely running shit, bro. I seen it. I could see it. I see the extra swag. You know what I mean? I see the extra swag. Yeah, Barry and Michael used to be everybody's goals. Remember that? Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy, man. But they the ones running the show. I seen they rolled out whole Biden. I guess it was a clone 3. What they powered up some type of fucking AI. You know what I'm saying? With the advances that AI has just in the regular public space, right? With the AI generative capabilities of over-the-counter products, there's nobody that could tell me that the AI is not advanced to whereas they could just give you a Biden prompted fucking character. Like that shit could be Sora or one of these goddamn programs, and you'll never know. That's how advanced this shit has become. So whoever that man was, they said it was Joe Biden the other day. He was in his bag though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whole Biden was in his bag. He was in his baggington. This nigga was barking. You feel me? You know what I mean? He was up there doing what he was doing, but he basically bowed out. That was his farewell speech. He might go somewhere and just disappear. That was basically his farewell speech. He kowtowed. And then the damn chick didn't even give him a moment. She had to pop up and steal his fucking light. Kamala. I'm like, goddamn, sure, you sucking all of the air out the room. Let my nigga Joe and Jill, you know what I mean, ride this out tonight. You know what I'm talking about? She popped right up on them. They got the photo op and was out of there. Like, damn. But yeah, that's your man. That's Joe. We did it, Joe. That's your boy. You know what I'm talking about? That's your guy. That's who you voted for. That's who you that's your guy right there. So he's out of here. That was his farewell speech. You know what I'm saying? There's, don't be surprised if something was to happen to old Joe before November. He's just moving in that type of energy right now. You know what I'm talking about? He's the whole party has officially shifted their energy behind old girl. And Joe is a Scorpion. Joe is a Scorpion. He needs attention. If he's not front and center, then he don't want to exist type shit. You know what I mean? The ego is a motherfucker on a Scorpion. It's a president. You know what I mean? So give it some time. You're going to see. He's going to fade away. You know what I mean? Because, the power, the prestige, the power. At least he didn't get super embarrassed though. You know what I mean? It's not that bad. You know what I mean? It's not that bad. You just gave your position to an underqualified prosecutor who has a weird laugh. But you're okay. You're all right with me, Joe. I'm talking about. You're all right with me, Joe. But I know Scorpios. He didn't. This is not his calling. Scorpios don't just bow out. We damn sure don't hand over the keys to the Whippington to unqualified drivers. That's nothing. Now you know. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and his few other gangsters, they were the ones who pulled this shit off. This is an Obama production. Like this is nothing that Joe Biden put together. You know what I mean? He went out kicking and screaming, you know? But yeah. That's the convention. You know what I'm saying? They are offering free abortions in Chicago outside of the Democratic National Convention, ladies and gentlemen. They have a bus with Planned Parenthood wrapped. They have a wrapped bus with the Planned Parenthood logo wrapped on the bus. And they are allowing women to pull up before they go in and, twerk a little bit to some Megan while they warming it up for Kamala to come out. On the way to the DNC to celebrate the nomination, you could terminate your pregnancy. You know what I mean? You could say, you know what? I don't want to bring a child into this world to see the first female president. I'm going to just go ahead and, I'm going to exercise my right and pull up on this bus, right? And sacrifice my child to Moloch. Because literally it's it's the sacrifice of all sacrifices. You understand? It's the sacrifice of all sacrifices. So on Trump's side, you had the dude who got bodied at the when he got fake shot, right? You had the people that they killed in the audience, right? Got their faces blown off. That's their blood ritual on that side. Now on this side, the blood rituals will be the abortions. Okay. And going back to my earlier statement, from the looks of things, I mean, just based off of not what I say, they had people interviewing, Democrats in Chicago, and they were asking them, what policy of Kamala Harris do you guys like the most? And literally nobody they had the most craziest answers that you could believe, because she has no policy. So it was a rhetorical question. It was really a trick question. And people were looking bewildered because they came to realize, God damn it, shit, we're running on hype. She doesn't have a fucking policy. She didn't tell us anything yet. You know what I mean? And we you know what I'm talking about? We super hype. She's the one, but there's no policy. Melanin people, yeah. It's like an IOU. I got you on the end. You once again, I'm trying to get that back money. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting shit up front. They got you on that back money. You know what I'm talking about? Like a record deal. They got you like a record deal. You're gonna get some royalties here and there. So, black people, especially melanated women, they're gambling their future on this lady who's not promising them anything but the aspect of a ego boost, right? Because once again, if she becomes the president, every melanated woman wearing pearls, pink and green, got that wig, that shit, that wig tight laced up, you know what I mean? They're in the White House too. When she gets in the way that they got this shit set up, melanated women are going to become the president as well. They're going to live vicariously through this woman. She becomes president and they become president. And that's all at this point, that's all they need. It's beyond the policies. It's what is the symbolic gesture of it all. I could look at my daughter and say, you too can be president, right? The same way when Barry became president, it was assumed that we could look at our young boys and be like, you too could be a president. And that facade lasted up until Trayvon Martin. Okay. That facade lasted up until Trayvon Martin. And I believe that was in 2012. And then that shit went right out the window And then everybody was like, I'm Trayvon. I'm Trey. It wasn't no more presidents. They was victims now. They were victims of a shooting. They were a dead child laying on a lawn somewhere in Florida. They switched them from looking at themselves as a president, as a CEO, as a boss, to identifying with a cadaver. Okay? That's the reason. That was the psyops. Right? So it's all, once again, because our people, and I'm not trying to talk down on our people, we you know what I mean, we just we don't need no tangibles. We just want to look the part. Okay, we just want to look the part. Fuck really being rich. If you could make us look rich, oh no, that's good enough. Throw some pearls on a nigga, some ice. It could be the lab cut ice. They don't care. Give them some new Nikes. Oh no, nigga, don't pull up in a fresh whip. It's over. Like, we want to just look the part. So we when it comes to a president, we just want to be able to look like we are presidential to the rest of the world for everything that melanated women have been going through over the past quote unquote decade or two. All of the, police brutalities and all of these things, all of the suppression, all of the neglect, all of the improper pay and everything, that's going to be their way. And it is a feminist wet dream. Okay, it's a feminist wet dream. And unfortunately, that feminism spell, or that feminazi programming, it runs deep. It's tied in with the Disney princess programming, a bunch of other shit too. So a very emotional people is easy to manipulate. It's easy. Why nobody's saying nothing about that lady that got shot in the face? Huh? What happened to that? Remember her? Remember her? Sonia Massey? Remember her? Why nobody talking about her? They kicked it off with her ritual. Okay, that was the blood ritual before the aborted babies. She was the blood ritual, right? For the Democrats, the same way that the person who was the firefighter that got shot at the Trump rally, he was a ritual on that side. He got shot in the face too. What happened to her? That shit was lit for like 1 day, 2 days maximum. What happened to her? But everybody saw the snuff film though. So what happened to you? You downloaded that quote unquote program that has malware, that desensitizing, dehumanizing programming. What happened? And then conversation about this war. Nobody's having that at these conventions. Our people are so selfish. They like, what it got to do with me? Everything, every fucking thing. Because if those people over there who run shit over here decided one day that they wanted to just turn up on your black asses, right, and start killing your babies, they can. They would. And I'm just saying, what you gonna do about it? So the enemy of the fact that these people over there, the Philistines and whatnot, are being genocided, and our people's limited research is one of the main reasons why they can't see who these people are. It has nothing to do with the fact that we are just limited in our research. We're willfully ignorant when it comes to that topic. Even though I don't rock with Candace Owens, once again, you've heard me voice my I've voiced my sentiments about that young lady. Um I don't know her personally. I've never had a conversation with her. I've never even locked horns with her on the internet. So there's nothing personal with me and her. I think she, what I mean, she's a bad wench. Um, shit. She was being used by the quote unquote Zionist apparatus. And before that, she was being used by the what they would call the white inferiority complex. You feel me? To be their attack dog, to be their ghetto gagger and whatnot, because that's what those women who go on that side, that's what they do. You know the divestment movement, right? Where they talk crazy about our men. Yeah, that's her. That's what you're seeing. That's that ghetto gagging shit. That's her. That's her. It's a whole bunch of them. So she came out the other day. It might have been Tuesday and whatnot. And she said, she basically said what I said in my lecture. If anybody was in both lectures, the one I did with Vicky Dillard and the one I did with the brother Sharif, Fear of a Black and More Messiah, and When in Rome, when we laid out who the Zionists are, when we gave you the history of them. She did that to her 1 million or 2 million or 3 million, however million followers she has. She laid that information out. She rolled that information out. Okay. About the Frankist. That was the meat of the research that I was presenting about the Frankists. Once you do the research about the Frankists, it's undeniable at that point. There's nothing more. There's nothing more to talk about. You know who you're dealing with. So she was digging into Leo Frank, who in 1913 was convicted of or was arrested for murder of a Christian young a WASP, a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant Christian girl named Mary Flagan. And Mary Flagan was 13. She was working in a pencil factory in Atlanta, of all places. And she was murdered. And there was overwhelming evidence that she was violated as well. And there was overwhelming evidence that the quote unquote the boss, the big man, the owner, Leo Frank, was responsible. Okay. And he was found guilty. They took him out of his jail cell and they brought him to Marietta, if I believe that was correct. And they hung him. They had a mass lynching and whatnot. And right after that, about 2 or 3 months later, on 1915, on Thanksgiving, a group of men who were responsible for lynching Leo Frank gathered on Stone Mountain and formed the second coming of the KKK. They resurrected the KKK on Stone Mountain in 1915, but simultaneously, the same time, the ADL was born. Okay. So the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, I mean, it's a mafia. It doesn't even matter what the acronym stands for. It's a mafia. And it was created off of the blood sacrifice of Leo Frank. And she was pointing out just the fact that his last name was Frank was the fact that wasn't the main reason that she was suspecting that he's a Frankist, but she was pointing out that he was a Frankist, that he was a follower of the Sabian Franks. And the Sabian Franks, or the Frankists, were a group of murderers, PDF files, grapists, robbers, robber barons, thieves, identity stealers, and a whole bunch of other things where their main quote unquote their main philosophy is that you find quote unquote you clean your karma, right? Their whole philosophy is that you can find deliverance in committing sin. So their shit is the more sin you commit, the more lighter your heart becomes, type shit. That's why these people love to do what they do. And that's why they have even indoctrinated Negroes to love to be knuckle draggers. What do I think about the Tate brothers? I don't really, they don't do it for me. You know? They don't do it for me. You know? I don't buy into all of that. We're in the Matrix. That shit is so mundane and surface level. And it took them so long to talk about the Frankists and things like this is not new. This is not new information. This is not new information. This is not super hidden in a vault type of information. This shit is on Reddit, bro. This is basically internet lingo. This shit has been all up and down Reddit and these forums where these Peckerwoods be at for eons. Let's just keep it a buck. Shit is not deep at all. Okay, it's not fucking deep. So they are super surface. They don't go deep enough. Like what are they saying that we haven't heard? Not even from the master teachers. I won't even disrespect the master teachers. The baby students, the neophytes, it was kicking shit in fucking 99, 1998. And they were talking deeper than the shit that these Tate brothers are talking. So what are they saying? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get the whole Tate thing. You know, I don't understand what that is. Triple agents, if you ask me, triple agents. Okay, triple agents. You don't know who they work for. You know, even with the whole Candace Owens things, like they all have some aspect to them where it's super sus. Yes, they were talking about they was with Candace. They were with Candace talking that shit about the small hats. Yeah, and then they got their house raided. You feel me? Yeah. So that's kind of how that shit works because we explained in the lecture that this is a mafia. This is a whole mafia. This is a mob. And when you talk about the Ukrainians, when you talk, the Ukrainians are the people that you see in Is It Real killing babies right now. Okay. The Ukrainians, the majority of the people over there are for Poland, the Ukraine, and of course, we know that the Ukraine has the neo-Nazis running with them. Shit is just crazy, bro. It's a lot of things going on. It's so much stuff going on. You cannot believe the mainstream media. If Donald Trump said one thing correctly, it's that them motherfuckers is liars. You feel me? Yeah, niggas is definitely secret agents as well. You better believe it. Like I said a little while ago, that those people have turned out our people, okay, and they work for them. Once it did I touch on that? I touched on it a little bit, but there was a lecture that I saw that a European had did a few months ago. My dude canceled this clothing company. That's the name of his handle on IG. White boy, he be going in. He broke down how the Jewish mafia they were the ones who they gave you the Italian mob. All right, it's the Jewish mob and the Italian mafia, right? So the Italian mafia got blown up through Hollywood, Okay, they highlighted them, they made them big. You even had Italians, if you go and do the research, they was like boycotting movies and they was upset. I could tell you more about Frank, but this Frank shit, you really can't say a lot of about it on YouTube. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. That's why I get into that real deep into the when we do our lectures. I give you the deep dive. I could break it out. I could break out the information. We talked about the Lubavitch movement out of Brooklyn and Crown Heights, how who they really are. When you do the research about the formation of Is It Real, they were sending shooters. They were sending shooters and killers from America because what we don't know, because they don't show it in the movies, they show you the Italian mafia, but what we don't know, because you have to read about it or you have to have elders who sit around and they will tell you who these people are. These were the first mobsters, and they were more of mobsters than the Italians were. Okay, they were more deadlier than the Italians. The Tate's brother's father was a double agent for the British government. See, he's a melanated man, right? They're biracial. The father was an agent. So we don't look at these people as mobsters. We don't look at these people as killers, but go and do the research on, let's go and pull it up real quick. Murder Inc. Okay, Murder Inc. And I'm not talking about Irv Gotti. I ain't talking about Irv Gotti, nigga. Because once again, just a bunch of niggas taking the name of people who are not them. Okay. Once again, Irv Gotti. What is your name, boy? You ain't no goddamn Gotti. What is your name, boy? Stop trying to be like somebody that you know. They was running around taking names, and this is New Yorkers. Like you know, they should have got smacked for that because the Italians was out here killing our people for decades upon decades. They had wars up and down in Harlem. They treated our people like shit. But here we go naming ourselves after them. That's embarrassing, right? But these are the people that created Hollywood in blood and in bullets. Yeah. Maya Langsky, Bugsy Siegel, Dutch Salts, right? Bloodthirsty, quote unquote, gangsters. And they gave you the Italians as the quote unquote cover, right? They are the cover. And then later on, they gave you niggas as the cover. Black gangsters, niggas, gangster rap and whatnot. Those are the covers. Because while you pay attention to these goons and these ghetto goblins and everything, you're not paying attention to these hook noses who are standing right there robbing you in your face. But they wear suits now, and they're sitting behind oak wood desks and whatnot, and they're playing like they're holier than thou, like they, you know what I mean? But no, these are the true, the gangsters are banksters now. The gangsters turned into banksters. They turned into lawyers. They turned into judges. They turned into agents. They turned into managers. They all are connected through an intricate network that probably none of us really understands on the surface, right? But these mobsters were sending their killers over to Palestine in the 40s and in the 50s to commit acts of terror. I'm talking about blowing shit up, right? Okay, let's go and look at it. So you don't think that I'm just out here mad at somebody or I'm hating on your baby daddy, you know? Cause some of y'all is out here letting them niggas braid you up. Let me see. Jewish terrorism in the 1930s. Okay. So nobody thinks that this is something made up and whatnot, right? And then you be like, yo, why they so mad over there in Palestine? They need to just calm down because, because now niggas is Democrats and y'all say dumb shit because y'all fall for the propaganda that the Democrats gave you, and you just be out here repeating and regurgitating malarkey. Okay, because you don't know who you dealing with, and you don't know who these people are and whatnot. But this is this is how, right? So British mandated Palestine. The British was running Palestine before these people even came over there. When they was getting put in ovens and whatnot, the British was running it. Lord Rothschild, through something called the Balfour Declaration, they created is it real in the 40s and whatnot, after the planned quote unquote Holocaust, right? Let me relax myself because I'm on these people's network talk crazy. But here goes the terrorism attacks that actually started the terrorism on the Arab side. Okay. They wasn't doing bombs and they wasn't doing explosives like that. All right. These are the ones that kicked it off. So this is just what this is when the British was over there. This is the beginning of it. This is in 37 to 39. So this is when the gangsters this is when the prohibition, after around that time, they was Tommy guns, Scarface and them was in Chicago killing shit. They was bodying shit. They was running around, taking over the rackets and whatnot, prostitution, gambling in America. So they was getting busy. So they sent some of them people that got busy over there to get busy as well. So this is some of the busyness that they was into, right? So they was killing British and they was killing the quote unquote Arabs over there, right? As you can see, they was getting very busy and whatnot, bodying shit. So them bodying shit, like anything in gang warfare, you're going to get kickback and pushback. Niggas is gonna start fighting back. Okay? They're going to start fighting back. So that's a bunch of which, and then they point the finger and be like, oh, look at what you see, what they doing to us. Yeah, okay. So they were getting busy, right? And when you see this terrorist organization, the Irgun, right? The Irgun, they become a political party later on. They become a political party and take over. All right. Some of their members and whatnot. Um, so yeah, they took that in blood. They took that in terrorism. They took that country in terrorism. They put them people under a complete terrorism, and then they went to war with the 7 Day War and shit like that. You know what I mean? The Civil War, all of that, right? So they've been getting busy, as you can see. 100 to 7 to 120 Arabs killed and massacred during and after the battle at the village of Deir Yassin near Jerusalem by 132 Irgun and 60 Lehigh fighters, right? So the Irgun, or the Etzel, is a Zionist paramilitary organization that operated in mandatory Palestine between 1931 and 1948. It was an offshoot of the older and larger Jewish paramilitary organization Haganah. The Irgun has been viewed as a terrorist organization or organizations which carried out terror. Yeah. So they got busy, you know what I mean? They was getting busy, and a lot of the Lubavitch from New York City, Brooklyn to be exact, they was sending their shooters over there, and they was sending their killers over there. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? But you're not going to see Hollywood movies giving you a depiction. How do you get a link for the Blackamoor Messiah that you paid for? I think you should check your email, because we sent out a link for the replay to everybody. You would have to sign up to KTL university.com, and then you'll have access to the email. You'll have access to the link, which will take you into your quote unquote lecture. But you could email me. I'll give you my email right here. You could email me with your email, and if you don't find what you're looking for, we will accommodate you and we'll send that to you. So let me give you my email right now. But yeah, so they will never show you who these people are in Hollywood. What are they going to show you in Hollywood? Niggas. Because it's too easy. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. It's too easy to show us as the scapegoat. They have exhausted their mafia films. I feel like they've exhausted those. They gave you Casino, Goodfellas, you know what I mean? Like I think they've given you enough Italian mafia movies, you know? So now the next 20 years, you get Negroes as the boogeyman. But it's gonna take either our people or a foreign entity to depict who these people really are in the medium of film. Can't do it in Hollywood. You could do it in Bollywood or Nollywood or with this new AI, but you cannot do that in they run Hollywood. They took Hollywood with blood. But there's so many bodies that got caught when they were building Hollywood. So many bodies. What movies show that? Casino showed you how they was catching bodies in Vegas to build the casinos. Casino showed you how the mafia, because Sam Rothstein, right? Sam Rothstein was a Jew and he was working with the Italians as an earner, right? So what is an earner? You earn us money so you could rock with us type shit. So he was an earner, right? But they didn't go heavily into the Jewish mafia in the movie Casino. They was giving you the Italian mafia. So Vegas is built on blood and sacrifices and murder, right? Hollywood, which was originally, what was it, an orange grove? That land was like an orange grove. It was a lot of bodies, Bugsy Siegel and all of them. They was bodying shit. They was catching a lot of bodies. They was killing a lot of people in order to build out the film industry. There's a book called Empire of Their Own. There's also a documentary, but the book is better and it goes into detail about the quote unquote who gave A Rashid gave me this book and whatnot. And this book gives you a breakdown about how Hollywood was created. This shit goes deep. It's called An Empire of Their Own, How Jews Invented Hollywood. Okay. And like I said, they got a documentary on it. But as with most things, the documentary cannot cover the extent of what the book can. So here go the book right here by Neil Gabler. Okay. This shit is extensive. It's like 500 pages, but I promise you, when you pick it up, you can. That's the cover that I had. When you pick it up, you might not put it down. I was reading that shit religiously because I was learning things. Now, what was interesting? What was interesting? Why does most Americans don't know that Gaza has tunnels? Most Americans didn't know that Gaza was right there on the water. Like Gaza is like how, Miami Beach is, like South Beach. You see how South Beach is right on the water, and then they have like, everything right there. That's literally how the strip looks and whatnot. I remember my dude Brill, he used to play basketball over there in Israel. This was before October the 7th. We was in the studio one night and we was chopping it up, and I was asking him mad questions when he brought up Israel. I'm like, yo, what is that shit like? Because I'm conflicted. I don't know what the hell. I keep like, what? Tell me about. And he was like, yo, Israel is like Ibiza. It's a party city, especially Tel Aviv. He was like, and it's a cosmopolitan city. You think that it's just them people over there. He was like, nah, it's people from everywhere over there. Everywhere. He was like, they got shorties over there. You know what I'm talking about? They got baddies over there. You know what I mean? They got, and they party hard. He was like, they party hard into the daylight type shit. I was like, okay, I never knew that. You know what I mean? And then he broke it down. He showed me. He was like, yeah, they got palm trees and whatnot, and the water is right there. I was like, word, the water. I didn't even know they had. I didn't see it like that. I'm thinking desert and shit. I'm thinking fucking. He was like, nah, it's the fucking water is right there. So most Italians in the U.S. are not Italians. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You feel me? You're there. Yes, and it's the gay capital of the world, and it's also where the most pedophiles, and that's what Candace Owens was talking about, PDF files. The way, she lined it up right. You know what I mean? She lined it up right. She plays this role like she don't know certain things, right? Boom, there you go. These are registered sex offenders. Okay. Remember the thing with the Drake shit where he showed where Kendrick showed Drake's house, and it had a few the Gaza. This is Tel Aviv right here. All of these people is in Tel Aviv. Literally, this line right here, Gaza is right here. Okay. So that's why you find these people are they're violating the prisoners in the jail and whatnot, right? They're violating the Arab prisoners and they're poking them in the booty because these people, right, over there are sick in the head. I didn't make it up. I'm showing you. And this is what Candace was talking about. This is what Candace was talking about. She was like, send all of them back to us. That's what she said. She said, send them all back, right? It's a safe haven. So you even had Arabs and whatnot who was like, yo, the ones that live in Gaza, they was banging. They was like, yo, we don't feel safe around these people. This was before October 7th. They was like, they don't feel safe. These people is shaitan and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they were pointing out things like that. You feel me? They were pointing out things like that. The fact that they are arresting all of these. It's a safe haven. Look, look, look. I'm gonna show you. It's mad articles. It's mad articles. You know what I'm talking about? It's mad articles. I think homie from Subways try to run over there. It's mad articles on them. You feel me? So they're not practicing the fucking religion. There's some of them that do that, but a lot of them is not practicing the religion that you think that they practicing. They practicing Frankism. They're Frankists. They're practicing a religion that allows them to do shit like this and get away with it. That's what they're doing. Okay. So they all up over there. So, they have a vested interest in protecting this type of behavior, right? That just goes to show you who these people are. Okay. So here they trying to legalize PDF files. And this was in 2023. And the age of consent is 16, nigga. You know? So they want to lower it to 14. provided that both party has consent. So these are some sick puppies. You know what I'm talking about? These are some sick puppies. They got mad people going over there living out on a run, right? So Brett Ratner, okay? Brett Ratner, the Hollywood director, is hiding out over there because of his charges. Right? These are the people that America gives billions of dollars to. These are the people that America is sending mad money and whatnot. These are the people who are causing the inflation over here. These are the people who's supposed to be God's chosen people. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, come on. Like, we're just going to cut the bullshit. Like, what are we talking about? So, if people are like the Democrats, if Kamala Harris convinces you to send your child into the armed services to fight for these people and to protect this culture and to uphold their values, then we already know what the results were going to be. You know what I mean? It's cursed from the beginning. So, yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's why when Kendrick, remember, once again, Kendrick was playing pure chess. And when he was beating up on Drake, he was also beating up on them. Because I promise you, and I promise you, when he showed, when he dropped this album cover, right? When he dropped this album cover, right, to show that it was a hint. Okay. He was virtue signaling. He was speaking not just to Drake. They not like us. Who the fuck is they? Okay. Who the fuck is they? When he said they not like us and he dropped this album cover, they knew who the fuck he was talking about. You didn't because you just don't, you know what I mean? The average person does not know what the hell. They didn't even know what this means at first. They what is why what are these? Is that the location? Are they dropping a location? No, nigga. That is a graphic for those are the pins for the SO sex offender. Okay? That's what so when them people, his handlers and the whole country who he is shares his ethnicity with them, when they saw this, oh no, they already knew what was being implied. They said to themselves, oh no, we're gonna kill this fucking battle right now because the next album cover might be this shit. If he decides to go full nuclear, the next album cover is not gonna be Drake's house, it's gonna be over here. And they don't want Kendrick Lamar on their tail like that. They don't want this going viral. You understand what I'm saying to you? They don't want this going viral. They can't afford that. They're already losing the war of public opinion. They can't afford that either. You understand what I'm saying? So Lucien Grange, which is the head of Universal, he's the big dog in music, and a few other people, they probably told Kendrick, you gotta stop. You got to stop, my nigga. Like it is going too far. Here, I'm gonna give you and Whitney 100 million. You understand? He got paid some type of payoff. They had to give him some type of hush money or slow it down money. They had to break him off something. You feel me? They got Kendrick tucked away somewhere, mad quiet. Okay, he's mad quiet. He's on quiet time. And they did not want him to go any further because he would have revealed They Not Like Us. If the remix to They Not Like Us come out and this is on the cover, shit crazy. Because remember, Kendrick Lamar is from Beta Israel. He's a Israelite. It's not a Israeli. It's a big difference. He's an Israelite. He's not an Israeli. So, to be honest with you, it's his creed to disrupt the false prophets and the false messiahs. It's almost his duty to bomb on these niggas. You know what I'm talking about? You know? So, it's a very thin line. He had them on the edge and he should have pushed, and he didn't. And it is what it is. But, he could have pushed them into a pit that they could never come back from. Because once you expose some shit like this, so basically, this is what Candace Owens was. She was exposing this. Let me see the Candace Owens thing. I don't want y'all to get into the Candace Owens wormhole, but because she is also controlled opposition. You know, she is also controlled opposition. But she was going in though. I ain't gonna lie. She was going in. She was going in. So, of course, now this publication right here. This is like the New York Times in Israel. So you already know they're gonna go with they're gonna go with the propaganda. They're like, yeah, she's feeding into conspiracy theories and she's reviving the anti-Semitic blood libels and she's peddling the ADL conspiracies, you know. But she was just really just giving the truth, you know what I mean? She was really giving the truth. So they got in their panties over what she was saying. They got all in their panties and whatnot, you know. But yeah. So now with the backlash, because she's getting a lot of backlash, um, rightfully so, because keep in mind, she's attacking the media. I mean, she's attacking these people, and the media are these people. So you can expect the pushback is going to come from these people who just so happen to be the media. But she also let the cat out the bag and was like, she was encouraged to talk badly about her own people, right? So now, of course, once you start getting cooked by the small hats, you start looking for some type of defense. You start looking for help. You know what I mean? If you're getting jumped, you're gonna call out for help. So she know that we not fucking with her as a people at all. You know what I mean? She knows she can't call us. She might be on fire. Nobody's gonna piss on her because and to be honest with you, her social status or her quote unquote her star has been rising in the black community or the melanated community. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Her star has been rising. You know what I mean? Melanated people over the last 4 years have become far right. They've become more far right and more conservative than they were when they were pre 2020. You know what I mean? They've been moving towards the right. So a lot of melanated people fuck with her now. You know what I mean? She has a large following of melanated people outside of the other people that rock with her. She got melanated people on board with her. Okay. The same way that so many other of these pundits, like we don't live in a world right now where we just live in a different day and time. I cannot compare today to 5 years ago. So much has changed post 2020. Okay. So many of us has forgotten. We don't, I mean, so much has changed since 2020, and our people are not functioning under the same programming that they probably were functioning under for 40 years to 50 years prior to that, right? So it broke a lot of people out of their quote unquote stances and their affiliate their affiliations and whatnot, and their allegiances. So people started watching Candace. People started watching Alex Jones. People started watching Andrew Tate. People started watching Rumble, the Rumble. People started watching all kind of shit. They would have never did that before. They wasn't even inclined to click on no shit like that prior. But a broken clock is right twice a day. So there are things that she says, that Andrew Tate says, that Tucker Carlson says, and many other these people say that the average Negro would be like, "Oh, that's right. Oh shit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking." Oh, right. And it doesn't take much to kind of like get a nigga to throw some kudos, like kudos. Like it don't take much to impress a nigga these days. The bar has fallen so low. I mean, think about it. Like we don't have real media anymore. We talked about this before. We don't have hip hop media at all. I'm about to play a clip with the King Kong of consciousness going fucking nuclear on a podcaster who was saying the dumbest shit in the world. I mean, rightfully so. I understand why Umar. I would have threw a chair at the nigga. Umar was calm, considering. I would have threw a chair at the fucking podcaster because these niggas are retarded. They don't know anything, and they got microphones and they got platforms, and you would think because a motherfucker got a following that they are that they're stamped, that their word is born, that they are intellectuals. No, it has nothing to do with that. That's not the world that we live in anymore. You could buy views, nigga. You could buy followers. You could buy all of this. This shit is all smoke and mirrors. Facts. So people are easily swayed because the foundations are not solid. It's not solidified. Motherfuckers don't know where they stand. So they're still searching and they're easily swayed. So they're being swallowed up by Candace fucking Owens, bro. I mean, that's how you know that this shit is bad out here. Like, and Candace Owens is part of the divestment movement. So motherfuckers is divesting too. Okay. They ride along with Serena and Candace and shit like that. Like, they're divesting with them. And rightfully so. Y'all go over there and don't never come back. You know what I'm talking about? Because you can't come back from certain things. You know what I mean? You forever lost that C when you go over there. And then you have like, this is a new day and time where melanated people are watching Tucker Carlson, fucking Alex Jones, Fox 5, and a whole bunch of other people, and hanging on to every single goddamn word. Like these people are teaching them something. Like Candace Owens. If Candace Owens is teaching you something, then either you are a brand new student or you ain't been listening to your other teachers over the years. The fuck can Candace Owens teach anybody? You know what I'm saying? People come along and regurgitate shit. People come along and rehash old information that been covered 8,000 times over the years by other people. But because a woman says it with some perky tits, or a white man with some blonde fucking hair and blue eyes, then it's all of a sudden, oh my goodness, did you hear what they said? Oh God, Lord have mercy, Jesus is coming back in the form of a woman. And it's like, no, nigga, this is some old shit that she's saying, bro. What the fuck? Like, this is a reboot, nigga. This is not an original programming. This is a reboot. This is a rerun. Like, are you fucking dumb? Are you serious? God damn. And then they become worshipers. So if somebody gives you some information, now all of a sudden you got to kiss the ring. You have to become one of their fucking, you put the fucking the choker on and you let them walk you around and whatnot. And I'm like, how, Sway? I'm a Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, Delbert Blair student. There's nobody who came after them to say anything fucking new that I really was blown away from in regards. I mean, I could name about 20 other master teachers. We got the Dr. Sabies, Dr. Africas, we got the Taj Tariqs, we got the Hakeem Bays, we got the C. Freeman L's. You know what I mean? We got the Dr. Francis Cress Welsons, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark. You know what I mean? Like, I could go on for days, and then we could get into the Malcolms, the Elijahs, the motherfucking the Noble Drew Ali's. So once you get through all of their information, once you get through all of that information, this is groundbreaking information. Once you are able to disseminate and to file through all of that, if you think that you're gonna go and listen to fucking Andrew Tate and Candace Owens and come back to me and be like they said something new, I'm smack the shit out of you. You sound fucking crazy. Naeem Akbar, Steve Coakley. Like, if y'all gonna rock with us, if y'all gonna get with this shit called consciousness, you gotta get in with the teachers, bro. You gotta not just get into the teachers so you can say their names. You gotta sit down and learn from the fucking teachers. Amos Wilson. Like, that's the foundation. That's where the information is coming from. These people are regurgitating. These people are giving you little chips. It's like fucking chocolate bookies. They're giving you little chocolate chip cookies. Little chocolate chips off of the cookie. I'm telling you that there's whole cookies in the master teacher's information. Dick Gregory. I mean, come on, man. The fuck? It's embarrassing. But like I said, we on the internet, and there's millions of people on the internet. So I'm literally talking to, imagine if this was a classroom and there's thousands of people in the classroom. There may be 3 people in the classroom that just got there, don't know shit. They just heard about CMOS, don't know nothing but CMOS. You know what I mean? And then sitting right next to them is somebody who been doing this for 20 years and knows everything. You know? So it's hard to kind of like filter through that system. But I'm here to let you know, these personalities on the internet, these Johnny come latelys and whatnot, yeah, they got information because information is accessible to all of us. They read from scripts. They have executive producers and they have teams to go out and source this information. Like, if you ever worked in TV or in production, any type of production, and you know that there's a writing staff and that there's an executive producers, and all of these stories are sourced and researched, and they even give you the talking points. You don't really have to do much but be a face up there. You don't got to do much. She's a cute face. The information. Imagine if you were to have a baddie, like one of these IG models, And then every day she could sit up in front of the TV with her ring light and read off of a script that you wrote, right? That she could read and make it sound like you did it. Just go ahead, sound smart, boo. You know what I mean? Make it sound like you wrote it. And she'd be like, okay. And then that's what she do. Not to say that that's what Candace is doing, but she has whole teams behind her. They're helping her, they're assisting her, they're giving her narratives, they're giving her scripts to read. Those be the people who really got the research. It's the script writers, it's the executive producers, it's the writing teams. And she's sometimes, they call talking heads and mouthpieces for a reason. You know, like your newscasters and whatnot, talking heads. What does that mean? It just means that they're talking head. They just reading from a fucking teleprompter. They didn't come up with this stuff. They didn't come up with this. Yeah, like Kamala. She's a talking head. Her whole 4 years, she got her own platform. Yeah, she got fired from the Daily Wire, and now she has her own platform. She just got fired last month, damn near. So her platform is a result of her basically getting fired, and then she brought her writers with her. So I don't give a fuck if she got her own platform. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? She's still reading from a script. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with that. This is the internet. This is media. That's not a violation. It's not like you got a ghostwriter or nothing. You know, the majority of the newscasters, even like when you look at like late night talk shows or the late night stand-ups and whatnot, all of them have writers. Like Dave Chappelle had a writing room. Okay, they have writers. Dave Chappelle wasn't coming up with all of those jokes. Okay, he had a writing team. uh the Daily Show, Trevor North, whatever, all of these people got writers. you know they all got writers. So kudos to her for bringing up the thing about Leo Frank and all of that. She kudos to her. you know and she's admitting that she's been used to go against her own people and be a traitor and whatnot. And then they stabbed her in the back when she tried to talk about their people. See how that works? She couldn't talk about, because she was with Charlie Kirk, she was with Ben Shapiro and them. She couldn't say nothing about their own. She could not. She was up there and she did a little bit of research or something came across her desk and she decided to talk about it and they gave her ass the boot. And she was not allowed to talk about their people, but they gave her carte blanche to talk about her own people like dogs, to the fact where she was shitting on dead people. You can't speak against the dead, right? That's an omen. They say that that's an omen. But she was out there throwing George Floyd and a few other people under the bus after they made their transition. Something that the divestment group is known to do. Okay, those bitter Bettys out there that talk crazy about black dead men. Like they deserved. Oh, he deserved it. He's what do they call them? Bullet bags or something. So she gonna, she got her Negro wake up call. Yeah, she definitely got her Negro wake up call. And you can't tell me that she doesn't want acceptance from her people. You cannot tell me that she don't want to accept. She loves her people. Don't get it messed up. She been around them people, but she love her people. She know the love from her people is different from that fake ass love that she gets from everybody else. You cannot beat the love that comes from your own people. You know? Yes, you are absolutely correct, good brother Jason. If you go and listen to the KTL radio archives, the old podcast from Blog Talk days, you know, there's nothing. There is literally, you will hear where these narratives, not in news media, I'm talking about these talking heads. I'm talking about these personalities, these woke post personalities, the Russell Brands of the world, the Candace Owens of the world, the all of these woke motherfuckers, the Andrew Tate and them are woke. You know, there's nothing new under the sun. A lot of this shit was being talked about decades ago. And when it was being talked about, it was being talked about to a higher extent than what they talking about. You know, okay, Trevor Noah, my bad. You know, but they got these teams of writers, and there's no disrespect to anybody. You know what I mean? Do what you do. You know, that's called production. You can't just freestyle. If you got if you have a news show, you can't just freestyle. You can't go off the top. You can't improvise. You have to have a script. It has to be prepared. You know, you have to read from a teleprompter, or you have to read from your lines. You said they all end up crawling back home. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is, you know? You just don't look the same when you outcast it from your people. It just don't hit the same. You don't age well. You don't age the same when you don't have the love from home team. I promise you. You start aging like old milk. You know? The love is different. Them people can't wrap you in the warmth of you know, of these godly wings and whatnot. That comes from your people who got the love. All that fake ass love and them Candace, them Kamala laughs and whatnot. I'm good. I'm super duper good. I don't want to be in no room. That shit sound nightmarish to me. You know? Imagine walking down a alleyway, a dark alley and whatnot, and you hear that fucking Kamala laugh. And then you hear the Freddy Krueger claws on the wall. You damn near shit on yourself. That's some scary shit. That's a sight that I don't like. You know? So yeah, don't let him back in. Don't let him back in. Keep that door closed. You know what I mean? Keep that door closed. Shit. I'm good. But yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Is there anything that has been going down in the news that I should touch on, that you know, that I should highlight before we get up out of here? You know? But like I was saying earlier, if you are in the Atlanta area tomorrow in the West End, we are going to be doing a high level cipher at 640 Evans Street. That is 640 Evans Street, the YG Cafe. Okay, the YG Cafe from the hours of 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. If you are a MC, a poet, you got bars, you lit like that. Even if you a producer, pull up. Okay, pull up. The monkeypox. Yeah, that shit look crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Shit look crazy, man. They better. Mm, mm, mm. That's crazy. You seen them goddamn outbreaks of the monkeypox? That shit, it better not cross the water, bro. I'm not ready for that one. I mean, C-19 was one thing, but these niggas got the measly mumps on their bodies. They got that big, chicken pox is one thing, but the monkey pox, the monkey pox, yeah. They gonna have Negroes out here going crazy in these streets. Talking about 6 feet distance, it's gonna get super ugly. Oh man. She wear Timberland boots. Yeah, remember Destiny? She keep her Timberlands tucked. You know what I'm talking about? Kamala hopping off the G5. She got her Timberlands tucked. I can't wait to see her again with them Tims tucked in. You know what I'm talking about? I can't wait to see her with them Tims tucked in. That's crazy. That is crazy. You say it's gonna be a monkeypox lockdown. Man, they ain't trying to fuck the rest of this year up. I mean, let 2024 be great. I'm just saying. Let 2024 be great. You know what I mean? It's been a rizzed up year. Let it be great. You know what I'm saying? Please don't end 2024 on a lockdown for the monkeypox. Even though, I'm just saying, a few people might be able to use a lockdown these days. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They've been running niggas for a few years. I mean, maybe a lockdown is needed a little bit, a little time off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe about a month off. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna kill you. It ain't gonna kill you. You know? And then you get that monkeypox stimmy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna kill you. You know what I mean? You know? So cross your fingers. They got y'all wearing a mask already? God damn. Yeah, I'm gonna be flying in the airport soon, so I'm gonna pay attention to how people are moving and whatnot. I'll come back and give you guys an update. You know what I mean? On the threat level. On the threat level. But when you talk about fear of a black enormous, is that some fear right there? They rolled that shit out overnight. They rolled that bitch out real fast. Yeah, they gonna hit that's big fear right there. The Addy is 640 Evan Street. And then of course, Invest Fest is in town. So, all of the they said the money is in Atlanta, you know what I mean? So who knows, you might be able to, I mean, it's a heavy network and strong, and it's just the Invest Fest is a networking extravaganza, you know what I mean? But if you do it right, you could meet somebody that you could do a little $1 million deal with. You know what I mean? Like you could run into process. It's a lot of prospects. It's a lot of business prospects moving around the city right now. So, I'm outside sniping. You know what I mean? I'm outside sniping. Oh, that's dope. Dope. Black Sam and Nipsey's pops. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna be in the building. I look forward to seeing Black Sam. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I I'm gonna shut it down. You know what I mean? Yes, we are still in the Jason's months. Shit, what are we only in the A and Jason? God damn, we are only in the A and the Jason months. We have Sun left. We have the SON. That is guaranteed to be a bang. They said the RFK is going to endorse Trump tomorrow and whatnot. They're gonna team up on Kamala. And what's that nigga name? What's her running mate? Tim Waltz. It's Kamala and Tim. They're gonna jump Kamala and Tim. What the fuck is Cornel West out there doing? If has anybody? I think he was outside at the event at the convention in Chicago talking shit, trying to go viral. you know. What's the cover for the YG event? Yeah, I don't think that there's a cover. I don't think that there's a cover. You know, just come through as you are. Bring your bars. Let's go and listen to my guy, Dr. Umar. This is for some of my people in the audience. You know, let's show you this is your guy.
For me to say, oh, hip hop in 50 years has made sure that black people now are respected. And no, that's never going to happen.
What has it done for the people?
It gave you listen to hip hop music and you were inspired at some point, no?
Nigga, I'm leaving.
We're moving. We're literally moving goalposts.
It ain't done shit in 50 years for the community.
It
made individuals rich, and that's it.
It then gave jobs to. It then gave jobs to.
Gave a couple jobs. The drug dealer giving out a couple jobs too.
But the drug dealer is.
I ain't never seen this nigga wilding like this.
The drug dealer is essential to the black community in the ghetto. You can't tell me that somebody grew up in the hood.
Hip hop ain't done shit concretely beneficial to the black community.
That's
me
incorrect.
Fashion. The first thing out of your mouth was fashion.
I gave you fashion, and you started yelling over me.
What else?
But then also then there's technological advancement, podcasting, for example. Look at all the black people that now have access to jobs and ways to make money due to that.
Yo, you
We're
niggas
still
from
talking
TikTok
about rap.
is
We're
wild,
still talking
bro.
about cinema. We're still talking about these camera operators, these new people coming up with new
real concrete for you.
I just made it concrete.
No, it wasn't. That was all bullshit.
No,
give
what
me
you're about to say.
Give me a relevant institution that hip hop built in any community anywhere in America in 50 fucking years.
I just told you.
No, you didn't.
I just told you concrete. People that would not have.
I didn't say individuals. I said an institution.
I said people.
Where's the bank of hip hop for the black community?
The definition of the word people means not an individual. So I'm telling you, people that are now of 50 years ago would not have access to work
in individualism. I asked you, what did they do for the community? You can't give me nothing because they ain't done.
People from the community can now work in a music industry that there was never going to be a space for them.
What the fuck? That's individualism. That ain't helping us. That's bullshit.
No.
Bull fucking shit.
No.
It's not helping us.
No.
Yo, I'd have hit that nigga with a chair.
Signaling. That's bullshit. Virtue signaling happening.
Shit. A few people could get jobs. Everybody can say that shit. Elon Musk got a couple black people on a payroll. That don't mean shit.
Elon Musk didn't come from black. He's not a black person.
My point is, you can get a job from anywhere, whether they black or not.
But now you're getting a job.
Benefit.
Now black people.
But you're still talking about individualism, bro. A few people. You've been around for 50 years. The most popular music genre in the world. Billions and billions of dollars. And all you can tell me about is a few people can get jobs? That's bullshit when you look at the cost that the black community has had to pay for hip hop. A whole generation, 2-3 generations of black kids growing up thinking the best thing you can do is be a damn gangster.
For me to say, oh,
my nigga cooked them, boy. I ain't never seen Doc like that. You feel me? I didn't seen Doc over the years. I ain't never seen Doc turned up like that. He was ready to pop off on the young bull. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't never seen Doc turned up like that. He like enough is enough. Like I said, all you niggas with podcasts, with that fucking TikTok rhetoric, y'all gotta go, bro. Like y'all are fucking the game up for real, for real. No disrespect. What the fuck was this boy talking about? What is he? What was he talking about? Like, did you hear the fucking points that he was trying to make? Like, bro, this shit, it's a nigga. I was getting fucking migraines listening to the stupidity. Like, everybody cannot just because you got just because you have a microphone and fucking headphones. Everybody is not built for this shit, bro. For real, for real. This is not for everybody, and this is what consciousness has become. That was the poster. That was a fucking snapshot of consciousness 2024. Like, just the reasoning that some of these nincompoops is making. It's like, and ladies, this be the nigga that y'all be going on dates with. This is dudes that y'all didn't pop the balloon, and this is what y'all gotta deal with. Shit crazy. It's scary. You know? You said that's the 85ers. What's the solution? Leave them alone. We told you that before. What the fuck? Leave them alone. God damn. Leave them alone. We acting like little whores. We want to be with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is acting thotty, yo. You want to be with everybody. Leave them alone. Just because they look like you. Just because they got melanin. Leave them niggas alone. That was the rules forever. When did it change? I really don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know. I think social media changed it. But that was the rules from Harlem. That was the rules before Harlem. That was the rules after Harlem. You don't fuck with the 85ers. Now with the podcast world and everything has converged and whatnot, you cannot get away from these niggas because it's all converged once again. Like I said, when the teachers started going to these Breakfast Club and the Vlads and the Adam 22s, they merged the 85er world with this world. Now, if you know, all the chicken heads is talking about, I don't want nobody saying Grand Rising. They wasn't saying Grand Rising before. What are you talking about? What the fuck? And then Hotep nigga and all of this stupid shit, all of that came because the conscious people are hoes. Okay, they're whores. They hoard themselves out to the 85ers trying to be down. That was some backwards shit. That's why you knew it was broken. We never did that. We never moved like that. The fuck? We wasn't running behind no fucking 85ers trying to be down, trying to get their attention. The hell? Shit crazy. Shit crazy. You know? Learn how to stand on your own until you find your tribe. Stop pitching pearls to swine. Stop inviting these dumbass niggas to the barbecue. Stop laying down with these motherfuckers and making them your mates. Like, we need complete separation, bro. It's a war going on outside, and the war is ignorance. You're not gonna unignorant. You're not gonna wake a nigga up. You're not strong like that. You gotta focus on your own awakening. Some people is woke. You gotta get to the awakened stage, and here you go trying to be a fucking teacher, and you just a student. Stop doing it, bro. It's gonna backfire. It's gonna bite you in your ass. Leave them niggas on the outside. They are outskirts. Leave them where you found them. Okay, they will come around eventually. That is not your job. That's not what you signed up for. Everybody's not a fucking teacher. It's a limited amount of teachers. You know what I mean? Everybody wanna that's not your job. You can't take what somebody says and try to regurgitate it to an 85er and try to do your best red pill rendition, blue pill rendition, or whatever person you want to mimic and copy and think that you are now a teacher. That's not how this shit works. Either you're ordained to do that, if that's your role, if that's what you sign, is that in your contract? Because so many people have contracts, they have agreements that they made, but they're not living out their agreements. They're not living out their contracts. They're not fulfilling their purposes and whatnot. They on the internet copying niggas. They on the internet copying niggas, cloning niggas, parakeeting niggas, nagas, negooses, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's nothing against taking somebody's favorite lines, like, you know how Panic would be like, talk that sass. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got ad libs and whatnot. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the need to be relevant amongst people who don't know shit. So it's an ego boost to whereas you think that you mad deep and you teach, you wilding them up with all of this information, but you not doing shit, but making yourself look like a fucking fool. Worry about your talk in the mirror to yourself if need be, but hold it down until the tribe gets there, and then we could have conversations amongst the tribe. Stop pitching pearls to swine. I said this before. When you're dealing with, like, let's think about a warrior, right? A warrior or somebody that's a man of war, a soldier of fortune. They go to war, they go to bloody wars, you know, they killing shit, they're a mercenary, they bodying shit, they killing villages and whatnot. Do you think they come home to their household? Right? Where they moms might be living there, they aunties and whatnot, they uncles. You think they're gonna sit at the fucking dinner table and talk about all of their kills to their family members? If the family members are not like veterans, if they didn't go to war, they might be farmers and you know, they don't know nothing about war. No, that veteran or that mercenary has a group of veterans and other mercenaries, something like a social club, right? Or something like a men's group. And that's where he goes and talks about his murders and his killings and his nightmares and all of that. He finds solstice in a therapist. Okay. So here it is. Y'all the black sheep of the family. Bah. You know what I mean? You all in the at the you amongst your family. You the black sheep though. You've experienced things that they have not been sent here to experience. That has nothing to do with them. You think because these are family members or you came out this woman's womb and whatnot, you owe her to try to preach to her about some shit that you learned. That's not what we signed up for. That's not consciousness. That's not the game. You niggas is moving backwards like that. You're gonna get kicked out of your house. You're gonna get ostracized. They're gonna make fun of you. They're gonna put toothpaste and baby powder, and then wow, they're gonna throw water on you when you're sleeping. You're gonna be a fucking fool. Keep that shit to yourself. Or find you a mate, a companion who's equally yoked, meaning that they're on the same frequency as you, and you could whisper sweet nothings into their ear, and you could try to teach them. But keep that shit to yourself until you find somebody that you could build with, because didn't nobody ask you about fucking sea moss and all of the minerals and all of the nobody cares about that shit, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about that. That's not for them. That's for you. It's not for them. That's for you. Okay. And if the teacher will appear when the student is ready, let's say that your mom say, hey, what's that? Oh, now it's your turn. Now, hey, step up, get in your bag. Or if somebody says, yo, I was hearing about this thing, about this CMOS thing, and I know that that's what you rock with. Can you teach me more about that? Once they invite you to teach, then you get in your bag. But you can't solicit the information. It is a violation. It's almost like you are disrupting people's peace, because some people are peacefully ignorant. Sometimes you got to leave them like that. You disturbing the peace when you are trying to, quote unquote, bang them upside the head with this information. They're going to wind up smacking the shit out of you. So keep that in mind. And with that being said, we're going to leave you with some old school, belly smacking music. They said that we could make babies to this. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm about to go try. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, red and blue, purple like Prince, peace, love, and light. The link for this song is in a bio, as well as for the master teacher drip. All right, we have new information, some new things coming to y'all on Monday. Be in the building. We might see you for let me see. Yeah, I don't know about the sacrilegious Sundays, and it's a busy strong end. So, you know, fingers crossed, we might pop up. All right, peace, love, and light.
Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to Melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.